Authorities have recovered a body from the Penobscot River in Orrington. They've also released a tentative identity. Good afternoon, I'm Blake Lipton. Also, a settlement has reportedly been approved for the University of Maine at Augusta president who recently bowed out amid controversy. And the Elks Lodge in Augusta is remembering those who died in battle this Memorial Day. That's coming up along with the rest of our stories. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. But first, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs for a look at that forecast. Devin?
Hey Blake, happy Monday afternoon. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Luigi and Fredericks across from Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. Alrighty, so we have a cold front off to our north that's caused a few rain showers to develop in a few spots this morning. That's tapering off now. This afternoon we will be dry with just some clouds moving in and peaks of sunshine. This cold front's going to move in, no. And it's going to allow some rainfall to develop yet again. Some areas could see up to 3/4 of an inch in a few spots before things begin to calm down. Otherwise, though, temperatures were not too bad this morning. May get into the 50s, even a few 40s out there. So definitely a mild start to the day here across the state. But futurecast moving forward, overall increasing clouds will be the general idea, with more chances for showers, maybe a few rumbles of thunder if you're lucky coming up soon. But most of us should say is just mainly rain showers. I don't think there'll be enough fuel to get those thunderstorms going. If they do get going, it'll be a very small chance. Otherwise, though, gusty winds will be an issue too, ranging from about 10 to 25 miles per hour between today and also into tomorrow before the winds start to calm down just a little bit. So for today, we'll call it increasing clouds on this Memorial Day. Temperatures in the lower 80s and that west wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Later on tonight, 49 degrees, rain likely heavy at times as well. Maybe a rumble of thunder. That will be a little bit of a stretch. The northeast wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, 65 degrees, some morning rain showers, then decreasing clouds at north wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Your Memorial Day forecast moving forward during the afternoon period, showing temperatures out being in the lower 80s by 1 p.m., then falling to the 70s by 4 p.m. and also at 8 p.m. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Blake?
All right, Devin, thank you very much. A body was recovered from the Penobscot River in Orrington. According to a release by the Maine Department of Marine Resources, it was recovered just before 1 p.m. Sunday by Marine Patrol officers and Penobscot County Sheriff's deputies. The body has been tentatively identified by a recovered driver's license as 28-year-old Levi Kelly of Bucksport. Officials say the body was spotted in the water near the Orrington Public Boat Launch by a recreational boater. Kelly had been missing since April 3rd when the body of his wife, 28-year-old Lauren Whitus Kelly of Bucksport, was found on the shore of the Penobscot River about a quarter of a mile down below the Orrington boat launch. The couple's canoe was found on shore in Bucksport the following day. Officials say there was no sign of life jacket use by either victim. The body will be transported to the medical examiner's office in Augusta for confirmation of identity. A settlement has reportedly been approved for the University of Maine at Augusta president who recently bowed out amid controversy. Michael LaLiberty, who announced he was declining to take the job that he was scheduled to start on August 1st, will be paid at least $235,000 in the first year, which will be paid in a lump sum on July 1st. If LaLiberty fails to obtain another job, then he'll receive his full salary for another 2 years, or he'll receive the balance if he receives a lower-paying job. University of Maine System Chancellor Daniel Malloy has been criticized for failing to disclose to a search committee that LaLiberty was the subject of no confidence votes at his previous job, which was at State University of New York in Delhi. In fact, Malloy has found himself on the receiving end of several no confidence votes since the controversy began. He has since apologized for the handling of the job search. A committee of BMV officials held an open forum to hear those both in favor and against the Secretary of State's new vanity plate rule Friday. We visited the state capitol to learn more.
On Friday, the Vanity Plate Review Committee held a public hearing on the Secretary of State's recently drafted rule regarding obscene license plates. Maine Secretary of State Shanna Bello says this new rule will decide how vanity plates are denied or rescinded.
And so we've put in place a very careful process. We've set up a committee to review vanity plates to determine whether they meet the definition of obscene or profane, and as well as an appeals process.
Bello says the appeals process allows someone who gets their vanity plate denied or rescinded to appeal that decision to an independent hearing officer, giving them an opportunity to have their case heard. During the public hearing, a representative of the American Liberties Union of Maine spoke against the license plate rule.
The proposed rule violates the First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. Under the First Amendment, the government cannot ban, quote, speech expressing ideas that offend. The Supreme Court has recognized that a desire to give offense is a viewpoint, and that, therefore, banning speech motivated by a desire to offend is viewpoint discrimination.
According to its website, the ACLU of Maine is the state's guardian of liberty and prioritizes such issues as criminal legal reform, reproductive freedom, racial justice, LGBTQ rights, women's rights, freedom of expression, freedom of speech and religion, and privacy.
What we have heard from parents and grandparents and concerned citizens is that they want to be the ones that are determining when their children are old enough to be reading obscenity, profanity, words that connote violence or sexual acts.
The committee will have up to 120 days to review all public comments on the new rule before deciding if any changes are necessary.
If I can't say it on the news, the government shouldn't be producing it on government-owned license plates.
Once all public comments are reviewed and possible amendments made, the rule will be finalized. Reporting from the State House in Augusta, I'm Dylan Holloway for ABC7 and Fox 22.
Dylan, thank you. A judge is considering a motion by the state to throw out a lawsuit over the system that provides attorneys to those who can't afford them. The class action lawsuit by the American Civil Liberties Union of Maine contends the current system is failing to ensure the constitutional right to effective counsel. An assistant attorney general told the judge Thursday that the ACLU of Maine failed to show rights were violated. Now, Maine is the only state without a public defender's office. Instead, it relies on private attorneys willing to take the cases. Well, this Memorial Day, the Elks Lodge in Augusta is remembering those who died in battle. Our Stephanie Wittenbach has the details.
Samuel Nikora brought a traveling memorial to the Elks Lodge in Augusta. The Gold Stars tribute wall has all the names of those lost in battle during the Gulf War, Afghanistan War, and Iraq War.
And the reason for this is because our U.S. Congress has a resolution on building memorials. They will not begin the planning stage for a memorial until the 10 years pass the end of the conflict.
It has been 30 years since the war, and there is no plan for a memorial in Washington, D.C. yet.
This was built so that we can take it to the families, we can take it to those that paid and continue to pay the sacrifice on a daily basis through the loss of their child.
Nikora spent 21 years in the Marine Corps before he started his 501c3 nonprofit organization, which uses donations and volunteers to go around the country.
I'm an immigrant. I came to this country and I decided to join the military to pay back for the freedoms I was about to enjoy for the rest of my life.
Nikora says he wants people to take a moment and reflect on those who lost their lives in a battle during war.
I know many people up on that wall that fought in the Operation Iraqi Freedom that did not make it home.
For the modern kids, pay attention to your forebears, your fathers, uncles, aunts, mothers, grandmothers, grandfathers, those who may have been veterans in the military before you.
The wall will be 11 years old on Memorial Day. Folks are able to book Gold Star's Tribute Wall for gatherings by going to tributewall.org. In Augusta, I'm Stephanie Wittenbach reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22.
Naturalists are advocating to protect a hidden gem along the coast. Our A.J. Douglas took a walk on the Little River Trail in Belfast as environmental educators explain why this natural resource should remain untouched.
It's nerve-wracking to think that something this wonderful could be destroyed or just altered. Right now, there's no legal way to defend nature.
Saturday, biologists, naturalists, and engineers invited Belfast community members to the Little River Watershed Trail, all pushing a common goal to educate people about the environmental impacts that a large-scale aqua farm would have on the natural resource.
We do have the pressure of the salmon farming industry, who wants to be right here where we're standing.
Naturalist Chloe Chun wants people to be mindful of the 168 diverse plant species and 88 species of birds that reside along the trail. Chun says each species relies on the other to survive.
It means they need a lot of different conditions, which we have along the trail: wet, dry, flat, steep, water, woods. And so it's an important way to preserve them by keeping it rural and wild.
Naturalists argue if people don't know how to enjoy nature, how will they know when it's time to protect it?
Well, this little river, it is a greenbelt for our city, and so few cities actually have this beautiful natural area, and all the wildlife that would want to come from the sea and work its way inland would use this kind of corridor to make its way inland.
Organizers say they are not content after the industrial fish farm was denied access to their sacred borders because of the lack of communication.
Yeah, I really feel like it's an important time for local citizens to come together and be able to choose what happens in their own town. We didn't have a vote. The city met with the International Corporation for 4 months behind closed doors.
Advocates say the halt of an industrial aquafarm coming to their coast feels like a pause, not a stop, which is why they will be planning more opportunities to help community members make informed decisions that reflect their home. In Belfast, AJ Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
All right, AJ, thank you. Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, thousands of runners were back in person raising money for injured veterans. We'll tell you more when we return.
Sometimes big truck accidents can result in big case settlements. These are just some of the big case results I fought to get my clients. If a big truck hurts you, we'll make them pay you every single dollar you deserve for your injuries. I'm Jim with Lowry & Associates. If you've been hurt by a big truck, call the twos. We win for you.
Hurt by a big truck? Come out on top. Call the twos. Call 222-2222.
Looking to haul a new piece of equipment? Homeowners or commercial, Coops Truck and Equipment has the right trailer for you. Coops is the largest dealer of truck flatbeds and hauler bodies in this state and can replace any old rusty bed or outfit, any new truck. Our full-service facility can modify all truck and trailers with steel and aluminum fabricators on duty. We are your go-to place for CM truck bodies, H&H trailers, and load trail trailers. For trailers, truck bodies, truck outfitting, and more, it's Coops.
Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor is the best and only spot you should go to for your rug cleanings. Serving Maine for more than 70 years, we care about your rugs. Clean rugs last longer, and our family takes pride in being the professionals that you can trust. Our cleaning process consists of soaking your rug in a bath, shampooing, rinsing, and drying in a humidity-controlled dry room, making sure no detail is overlooked. Need a repair? We fully service every type of rug for you. Saliba's Rug Cleaners.
We care about your rugs.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Bar Harbor, is sponsored by Coastal Auto Parts, your local Napa auto parts dealer with 29 locations, owned and operated by a Maine family that cares. University of Maine Early College, tuition-free online summer courses for high school students, umaine.edu/early college. And Quiet Side Cafe and Ice Cream Shop, serving the best pie in Maine, seafood baskets, lobster rolls, burgers, pizza, and so much more.
Anyone looking at me and talking to me would never know that I had it.
It's a condition that can affect anyone at any age or stage of life.
Yeah, you feel out of control. It's time is the only thing that really makes the difference.
We'll dig deeper into the battle with Bell's palsy, Tuesday on ABC 7 News at 6.
Many of us are lucky to live here year-round. Many more join us seasonally. Will the weather cooperate with those plans? Join the ABC 7 and Fox 22 weather team for all your forecast details.
The City of Bangor's Community Connector will temporarily be suspending their Saturday service due to an ongoing driver shortage. According to a release from the City of Bangor, the Community Connector will discontinue its Saturday service until further notice beginning Saturday, June 18th. This includes both fixed route and ADA paratransit service. In a statement, Assistant City Manager Courtney O'Donnell said, quote, "We understand this change to the bus service will negatively impact some riders and want everyone to know that we did not reach this decision lightly," end quote. City officials determined this service interruption is necessary from an operational standpoint and believe that this approach is the best option currently available. Potential applicants are encouraged to visit bangormaine.gov/employ for employment opportunities. Longtime troop greeters from Bangor International Airport remembered their friends who've passed away over the past couple of years. They held a ceremony Friday morning in honor of dedicated troop greeters at BIA who passed away between May 2019 and May of 2022. These dedicated troop greeters have welcomed thousands of military servicemen and women who've made their way to Bangor. Greeter Kathy Zarnecki has been a volunteer for 19 years.
It's important to us that we show the troops today that we appreciate what they're doing for us. We're going to welcome them home with open arms and just tell them how much we appreciate them.
Greeter service dogs who passed away were also remembered during Friday's ceremony. Well, thousands of runners are back in person raising money for injured veterans. The Travis Mills Foundation helps dozens of families of recalibrated veterans, those who have had an arm or leg amputated, every year. Owen Kingsley explains the importance of this race toward their mission.
Back in person, Miles for Mills brought more than 1,000 people to race in the annual 5K on Memorial Day weekend. For Travis himself, bringing this event back to its former glory means so much to him and many others.
Absolutely amazing. Having everybody come out and be a part of this, seeing their smiling faces means the world to me.
We have all kinds of veterans in our family, and we just think it's a great cause. We love this foundation.
Mills, a retired staff sergeant in the Army, lost his arms and legs while fighting in Afghanistan. His foundation has a retreat for other recalibrated veterans and their families to stay at for free. Events like these are what helps pay for it.
If you care and you give a little bit, and these families getting the chance to learn that, hey, life's not over no matter your situation, your injuries, and that's what this event helps people realize.
2 years without doing the race in person presents some fundraising challenges. Not only did they have a record number of runners Sunday, they raised $150,000.
Well, let's put it this way. To raise $150,000 for our recalibrated veterans, it would cover 5 weeks of programming of 8 families coming into the retreat. So it's like half of our summer program. So that's amazing for us.
The Travis Mills Foundation has more coming later this year.
We expanded. We're looking to open up our event center that we just created up there building in the late fall. And we'll be able to host families up to 42, 50 weeks out of the year. You know, we have big plans because there's a need so great.
You got it, girl! Go, 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 go! Woo!
All right, coming up, a Maine woman who's battled numerous health issues is showing her appreciation for first responders. We'll be right back with that story.
Q106.5 is Maine's #1 for new country. The biggest country stars with their biggest songs and more fun with Scott Miller and Cindy Campbell on the Q106.5 Morning Show. Download the Q106.5 app and listen at work. Q106.5.
Are you eligible for Medicare? Joe Montana is, and he enrolled in a WellCare Medicare Advantage plan. He knows about coverage, and WellCare provides the extra benefits he wants.
Hi, I'm Joe Montana. When you get to be 65, you have little patience for nonsense and inefficiency. That's why when I qualified for Medicare, I went with WellCare.
Take it from Joe. As a WellCare member, you get a $0 or low monthly plan premium on your medical coverage and prescription drugs with $0 generics. And that's not all.
Plus, a flex card to pay for extra dental, vision, and hearing expenses, an over-the-counter allowance, and even give-back plans that put money back into your Social Security check every month.
Call us at 1-866-636-7403. We'll send you our free Medicare all-in-one guide with everything you need to know about Medicare and tell you how to get a $0 or low monthly plan premium on your medical coverage, prescription drug coverage with $0 generics, dental, vision, and hearing coverage, a WellCare Flex card, money for over-the-counter items, and up to $840 back in your Social Security check every year. WellCare is committed to providing our members great Medicare coverage that includes extra health care benefits. If you want to learn more about WellCare, call 1-866-636-7403. We'll send you our free Medicare all-in-one guide with everything you need to know. Or visit our website, enrollwellcare.com. That's 1-866-636-7403. Or enrollwellcare.com to enroll today. WellCare, it's Medicare done well.
Q106.5 is Maine's #1 for new country. The biggest country stars with their biggest songs. And more fun with Scott Miller and Cindy Campbell on the Q106.5 Morning Show. Download the Q106.5 app and listen at work. Q106.5.
A Portland woman is showing her appreciation for first responders. In the past few years, Yolanda George has had 4 heart attacks on top of other health problems. Now doctors tell her she doesn't have much longer to live, and she wants to use that time to thank everyone that has fought for her health along the way. Megan Wilgoose shows us how she's doing just that.
My way of saying thank you is cooking for them.
61-year-old Yolanda George started cooking her family's secret barbecue recipes at 2 a.m. for the Portland Ladder 3 firehouse crew, who worked just a few hundred feet away from her house.
We've been to a couple of calls for her at her house. She was not feeling well, having some chest pain.
Yolanda's first heart attack was in 2016 at her house in Puerto Rico when Hurricane Maria hit.
My heart was just working 25%.
3 more heart attacks followed her first.
The doctor told me about 3 weeks ago that I'm gonna need a heart transplant if I want to live.
Yolanda's also experiencing kidney failure and diabetes. Doctors say her sugar levels would need to be down for 6 months to even be considered on Boston's waiting list for an organ transplant.
And when she told me, well, we can just make you comfortable, that's just like writing me off. So, I was scared to sleep at night because I thought I wasn't going to wake up.
For whatever time she has left, she says she wants to show her appreciation to first responders like the Portland firefighters.
If it wasn't for them, I don't think I'd be sitting here. Well, we have honey butter cornbread.
She's very inviting, very warm, caring. When we arrive, even in her worst day, she's Yolanda.
But the firemen say their favorite days are seeing Yolanda when she chooses to visit on her own. They say they often transport patients and never hear from them again. They encourage others to follow Yolanda's lead and stop by if they can.
Our doors are literally always open on good days and figuratively on every day.
I'd rather check in on somebody and, ease their nerves and, meet a new, friend, and then to come in the middle of the night when there's something actually bad.
Be well, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, when we return, Devin Biggs has a look at your 5-day forecast. We'll be right back.
If you've been injured and think you can't afford a lawyer, think again.
I never paid Lowry & Associates a penny out of my pocket. They came to the hospital, got my medical bills paid, and got me $350,000.
We win for you.
Hey, Bangor residents, the City of Bangor is offering up to $2,000 in grants for income-eligible single-family homeowners if you install a new Fujitsu heat pump in your home. And Valley Home Services is an authorized Fujitsu installer. Up to $2,000. Combine that grant with rebates from Efficiency Maine, and you can have a new Fujitsu heat pump installed by Valley Home Services at little to no cost. Don't miss this incredible offer, Bangor. Call Valley Home Services today to see if you qualify.
From the land to the sea, Chase's Family Restaurant is the place to be.
Are you looking for a place to unwind after a long day?
Then come check out our Hideaway Lounge.
With a bar that's both upbeat and laid back.
and it's the perfect atmosphere for anyone who wants to unwind after work.
Or kick it up for the weekend with daily drink specials and a full dinner menu.
You can fill up on a good time any night of the week.
Thank you for being a part of our family.
Here at Chase's Family Restaurant.
When Moosehead Trail Home and Hearth wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Want to help keep your neighbors warm? Moosehead Trail Home and Hearth is looking for HVAC technicians. Apply today at Moosehead Trail Home and Hearth in Abbott or on our website.
This week on Jeopardy! New super champ Ryan Long has
secured a spot in the Tournament of Champions.
And this week,
he could find himself on our Jeopardy leaderboard of legends.
This is the season of super champs.
It's quite remarkable that Ryan could be our 4th player this season alone to reach that milestone.
This is Jeopardy!
All this week at 7:30, only on ABC 7.
Literacy Volunteers of Bangor is holding its annual Literacy Tea fundraiser event. It will take place this weekend on June 5th at John Baptist Memorial High School. The event showcases an award-winning children's book author, Amy McDonald, and her book, Little Beaver and the Echo. Organizers say the feel-good story holds an important message for kids navigating their social lives. Guests can tour dozens of tables featuring many popular children's books while enjoying refreshments served tea party style. Proceeds from ticket sales benefit the nonprofit. The link to purchase tickets can be found on our website, foxbangor.com. Now here's your full forecast with meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, we've made it to Monday afternoon. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Already a cold front moving through this afternoon or later on tonight will be causing some rain showers to develop. We're seeing some of that this morning with the front that's just off to our north. It's going to start to approach later on tonight and that'll allow temperatures to cool off a little bit as we do move forward, though. The rest of this front's kind of stalled out, though, especially across parts of the Midwest. This will take a few days to move in, but the cold front part for us will begin to move through soon with plenty of rainfall opportunities that will begin to develop as well. Wave finds at around 2 to 4 feet according to some of the buoys out there too. And of course, cold water being noted as well. The ocean's still a little cool out there, so if you're heading out to the ocean, please be careful. The water's still just a little bit cool. But otherwise, though, gusty winds could get up to around 25, even 30 miles per hour. And a few spots, though, with a few areas that will calm down from time to time, but still remaining rather breezy, especially as we head towards Tuesday as well. Our average high is now 70 degrees. We'll get above that today into the lower 80s and kind of remaining stable between the middle 60s and even the lower 70s in a few spots, so between Tuesday and even Sunday, so not too far off from average for this time of the year once we get past today. So futurecast moving forward, though, increasing clouds as that cold front begins to approach. Rain showers possible this evening and overnight as well. Some heavy downpours possible in a few spots as that does begin to move through. A few bits of clearing possible on Tuesday as decreasing clouds will be the theme, and things looking pretty good by Tuesday night as well after that cold front has since moved through. But otherwise, though, rainfall, some decent rainfall on the way. Some areas could see up to a half an inch, even over an inch before we're all finished up. So decent rainfall on the way for a good part of our viewing area. So your forecast coming up for today, lower 80s, increasing clouds and breezy on this Memorial Day. Now west wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Later on tonight, 49 degrees. Rain likely will be heavy at times too. Northeast wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, middle 60s, we cool off. Some morning rain showers, then decreasing clouds throughout the rest of the day. That north wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Scott's Recreation extended forecast. There's that morning rain chance as we head towards Tuesday. Decreasing clouds during the afternoon. Wednesday, mostly cloudy. Temperatures in the upper 60s, middle 60s by Thursday under a mostly cloudy sky. Then Friday, rain chances as temperatures warm into the upper 60s.
All right, Devin, thank you very much. That's going to do it for us here on ABC 7 News at Noon. Thank you for watching. I'm Blake Lipton. We'll see you this evening on ABC 7 News at 6. Have a great day.
On the road, broadcasting the news at 6.